If you're on the group, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I have it on my computer and you're on the big screen,
Sweet,
so
sweet.
I'll
All
just try and follow.
right. No problemo. Let's see if this is working. There we go. Something's happening. All right. Sarah, are you able to see that inside the group that we're going? I see it. It looks like it's working.
We see it. Yeah,
Awesome,
yeah, yeah,
awesome,
yeah, yeah.
awesome, awesome. Beautiful. Let's give this thing a minute or two to warm up. I'm going to set up my dashboard so I can actually see comments today. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. We got a lot of stuff we're going to cover today. So do you want me to admit this? I'm going to admit it. Is that all right? I'm going to make the admittment. Is that
Let
a word?
it fly.
All right, I'm going to let it fly.
Let it fly.
We're using new software. This is the first time that Sarah's calling in through Skype, and I'm using the software to upload into a Facebook group, and the chances for a massive disaster over the next hour are extremely very high. Very high. For all of this to blow up is very high. My computer might blow up, the software might kick us out. There are 18 cogs turning right now to make this live happen. So hopefully we can make it through the next hour because the value we want to bring to you. I'm putting Sarah on the spotlight. Can we say hi to Sarah? So
What is up? Hold on here.
It's obvious who's more awesome. I think that's obvious, but
Thank you.
kidding.
Thank you.
Sarah does so much behind the scenes, working with clients. Yo, what's up, Becky? What up, Jody? What up, Ian? That I really wanted to. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about, but really get Sarah's wheels. So, okay, wait, I got one more. I got to admit one more thing. Can I admit one more thing?
I don't know.
I get all this recognition. They're just like, oh my God, like, you got Grant Cardone on the podcast, and I was on ClickFunnels Radio this morning, and that webpage looks so good, and oh my God, that copy is so amazing. And I'm always first to say, even on the ClickFunnels podcast, Sarah, before we hit record,
Yeah.
true story though, he was like, hey, I want to thank you for being here. And I'm like, no, we got to thank Sarah. Because Sarah sets so much of this up. When it comes to marketing, copy, emails, all that fun stuff, I love the way your brain works, which is why we work so well. But moving forward, y'all going to see Sarah a little bit more because we're going to put her on the camera and hopefully she massively makes a fool.
Right?
No, I do appreciate it.
Usually on a Tuesday night, guys, I'm hanging out with you guys, but I'm full disclosure, usually in sweatpants with a glass of red wine. Not every night, but usually just chilling because it's late my time, but just love helping, love serving. So whatever I can give in 60 minutes with this we're doing it. So,
and your background in performance coaching or in all the sports and all the high stuff, like you know what it takes to be a winner. You know what it takes to play at that high level, which makes you a really fascinating, amazing coach who connects well with clients. So if y'all ever join the Coaches University or work with us at any capacity, be prepped to get tough love one way. I can be a little bit blunt sometimes. I know I can, but people need that. And then and Sarah does such an amazing job. I'm literally grateful for you every single day. So thanks for being here. I won't make fun of you too much.
I'm trying.
I got a lot of dirt on you. You got a lot of dirt on me too.
I know. Let's not play that game because I don't think. Let's just not do that to each other.
All right, let's not do that.
I don't know who's got worse stuff.
Sometimes Sarah calls me and I'm like, I'm all greasy, haven't showered because I'm working on some copy, and I'm like 2 o'clock. I've been like, what's happening? I'm opening up my blinds. Anyways, all right, we got 3 topics we're talking about today.
Let's do it.
First one I talk about, and I'm gonna take the lead on this one because I'm so revved up about it, is money, mindset, and we can dance around the idea that it's a money mindset. I don't think I put a description on this live either. It actually didn't let me, so maybe we can fill that in. Are we able to fill that in, Sarah?
You know what?
I don't think I did.
Rant.
Anyways, I'll just let you guys know what's in store, and maybe we'll put a description so people who are joining know what's in store. The software I didn't see, I messed that up. But anyways, not only the money mindset, but it's really a self-worth / the first concept I'm going to talk about, that whole idea of money mindset. Hey Janessa, what's up? Ian, what's going on? Jamie, what's up? Was the critical piece for me. I don't think it's talked enough, and a lot of coaches or a lot of experts, a lot of people out there put out this idea of the internal work it takes to manifest your dreams and your money, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different twist or turn on it, or a different approach to it, to make it tangible so we can actually take something and apply it. Deal? Fair? Number two, we're going to talk about systems. Sarah's going to take over a lot of the systems, attention, leads, sales, how we do things, how it works, how can you get more traffic, more leads, more sales, better retention, and all that fun stuff, program delivery. And then we're going to be talking about basically getting paid what you're worth. I'm going to be talking about pro versus amateur mentality and how that has a drastic effect on how you're treated and what you get. We're going to be talking about some value and ways to show value and deliver value and really become a person and a coach of value. We've got an hour, so we got about 52 minutes left. Before I have to go, I have some commitments, but I don't know, maybe we're going to be on a roll and Sarah's going to be on fire and shit. Maybe she'll stay.
I don't Lucas, you are the one running the streaming software, so I can't add any description.
Oh, yeah,
so
I'm
when you
running the
go,
streaming software. That was a bad decision. That was a bad decision.
That was probably a bad move.
Did we figure out the description piece, or does that have to be on my end?
It's got to be on your end.
All right, cool.
Let's not.
Once you take over, I'll do it. All right, so one thing that I ask for everyone joining us is, what's your intention? I'm going to go first. I'll let Sarah go. And then I'd like to hear you guys' intention. Why are you here, and what do you hope to pull from this? We're going to be spending 50 minutes going deep, but your participation, your commitment, your level of engagement and what you bring to it will really dictate the quality and what we get out of this. So I'll start with my intention. I'd love in the comments if you're like, yo, this is what I want from this. This is why I'm here. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm searching for. This is the question I'm trying to find answer. The quality of your life is based on the quality and the depth and the strength of your question. And if we can learn to ask better questions, your life changes. I don't have anything to sell you on how to ask better questions. I don't sell anything on that. I'm not saying this to fluff and to motivate so you buy something in that realm. I'm just letting you know from experience that it's got the way you're showing up and what you're looking for will dictate everything. Cool? So my intention is really a lot of what always is on these lives is go all in. I want to be, I don't want to have a voice after this. Anything I have, any intuitions, any feelings, anything that comes up that I think I can help, any way that I can serve at the highest level that I know how for the next 50 minutes, I'm here, I'm all in, and my only focus is on you and everyone here and Sarah, and this is my world. Phone is away, everything is away. It's my only focus to give everything I can to make sure that you can take a tangible step moving forward. You can find some success in your life. You can grab a next gear. You can have a breakthrough. And I'll fucking kill myself if I need to over the next 50 minutes to make that happen. That's my intention. Sarah?
Sweet. Honestly, anytime you're on a Facebook Live, as from your point of view, where you guys are sitting right now, it's up to us to deliver something that's extremely personalized to you. So my intention is really twofold off of Lucas's, where we're going to try and draw the questions out of you and listen to you guys in the chat. But my full intention is to give you the answers on the systems and on that kind of stuff that you needed to be doing behind the scenes based on what you're telling us. So again, we could sit here probably for a couple of days and both get sweaty, greasy, not eat, and open the blinds and just go all in by giving you as much as we know. But none of that will do you a service at all. So my full intention is over the next 50-ish minutes to give you what you need on those topics. But again, I'm going to be completely relying on you guys inside that chat. So I'm watching the chat, and I'm going to bring the heat.
Bring the heat!
Bring the heat!
Bring the heat! Do you can see the comments as well, Sarah? Because I know I can see them through the software. Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna read a few of these. I do appreciate you guys leaving some comments. Your participation and your engagement means everything to me because it helps me gauge sort of through an intuitive sort of thing of like, what is it? Is there attention? Is this helping? Is this not helping? What can we shift? What can we pivot? I'm not here just to talk and sound awesome or sound cool, although I do.
You do.
I'm not here to talk to myself. I'm here to just make sure that we deliver. So your engagement and your participation is highly whatever word I'm looking for. Awesome. Let's read a few here. So to learn to stop talking myself down from price points. We covering that today. We got you, Lori. Thanks for being here. Leonardo. Ninja Turtles. No. Donatello. No. Raphael. Yeah, the angry guy was my Ninja Turtle. Sorry, Leonardo, but it's a sweet name. I'm here for the mindset game related to money, self-worth. We covering that. That's the first thing we're covering. And I'm happy that you're exploring that. A lot of people are like, coaches especially. Oh, I know that. Oh, I know that. Oh, that's what I do all day long. Well, it's not, because you're not manifesting it. It's not actually being created. There's a difference between knowing the work and living the work. And living the work, I'm telling you right now, was the game changer for me. And we'll be going into that. And I know this triggers, and I lose clients because of this. Because they're just like, what are you talking about? They don't like me because of it. But I'm telling you, I'm only interested in the truth. And the truth is that learning and studying the work has nothing to do or will not change your life, but actually living it and being okay not being perfect. You don't gotta be perfect. I'm not perfect. Far from. I lose my shit sometimes, but it's the coming back and just becoming better and living the work that makes you a coach, that makes people seek you out. I don't care how much NLP and mindset work that you've learned. If you can't create tangible results, if you always are saying, I don't have money for it, but you're trying to teach other people how to be abundant, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to, and I say this with love, it's going to be hard to really charge what you're worth until you're really living it, embodying it. We'll go into that. Appreciate you. Brian, salute. What's up? I am brand new as a coach. I am still, maybe Sarah will let you read out the next one, but I'm trying to learn what to do and how and why I'm worth buying. You have helped me get started, and I'm excited to go all in. What I can do in my current spot, is this the right now? Boom! Is this what you're asking for? Thanks, Brian. We'll cover it. What's next?
Yeah. Cheryl's saying to be a higher paid coach and go all in on what I learned today. So looking for some action out of this. For sure, Cheryl. Becky's saying steps to take, the how. You do the marketing and the lead magnets, etc. Totally, we got you on that too. Jody saying I'm a direct person and blunt and throw the F-bomb every now and then, as well as a woman. Not sure how that will come across once I get started. Do you think it'll be an issue? So that's a fun one. Jody, you just be Jody. That's all I'm going to say about that. We can definitely unpack that, Lucas, but I don't think either one of us disagree with saying what comes out of your chest, what comes out of your head. Sometimes it's different, but just say it. And if it's, as long as it's professional, and again, that's going to tie into the stuff that we have coming on later on. But that's what Jody's saying there. I got
something to say about that. Maybe I'll just say that right now, really quick, because this is foundational.
This is so important. Everyone should hear this before anyone has to go. So yeah.
I really believe in, on ClickFunnels Radio, for 15 minutes we chatted about this. He kept picking away, well, what is too much or authentic? So like, I am a human being and I have a naked body. And I walk around my house sometimes naked, surprise. And to live stream myself naked, even though that's me, 100% it's me, maybe it could be within context of something if I'm exploring, self-worth and really showing myself, like if I'm in that realm of coaching, sure, that can make sense. But you've got to pick and choose, and especially on the idea of wounds and scars. So open wounds and scars. I call clients out if I see on social media them complaining or being in a victim state over something they're going through, versus, because that's an open wound, and exposing your open wounds, although that's you, from a marketing and expert positioning is it detracts from your positioning. It makes you down here. Now, brilliant marketing tells stories. So when you overcome and you go from open wound to scars, there's nothing wrong with showing your scars. Prime example. I woke up this morning and I almost all the time don't check my email, don't check my phone, don't check social. I grab the book, make the coffee, whatever I do, and I don't touch tech. For some reason this morning, because I woke up at 4 and I was up for like 10, 15 minutes, I read a book, and then I was like, you know what, I'll go back to sleep. And then I woke up at 5:30, so I guess maybe I was like, I already read. The first thing I did is just to check emails. And there was a few things that kind of fired me up and pissed me off, and I started getting to the scarcity mentality. And when I do that, the first thing I do, I'm training myself, and we'll get into this, is give. Give. If I feel scarce on time, give some of my time. If I feel scarce on money, give money. If it's a random, sometimes I'll be feeling a little scarcity mindset. I'm scrolling through Facebook, I see a charity for I don't care what, and I donate. $100, done. $25, done. And we'll get into this of why this is so important. But if I woke up in the morning and went on my Instagram being like, you wouldn't believe what happened to me this morning, and this person said this, and like I try so hard, and still this hater said this and that, and like, sometimes I'm just so fed up. And I put my phone down. Bad. Authentic, real, bad. But looked at that, detach, work through it, create a story on it, and hey, I'm a human. I woke up in a bit of a scarcity lack mentality over one thing, stepped away, worked through it, said how can I give right now to interrupt that pattern and to choose a new direction. I gave, and then I'm able to share that victory, that story. Open wound, scars. Show your scars, everything you've been through, but not your open wound. Sarah, anything to add?
How lucky are we as service providers, as coaches, that we get the platform, the opportunity, the gift to literally do that? Because whenever, it doesn't matter what shit's hitting the fan or what's happening to you in your personal life or work life or anything like that, serving others, I mean, it's a love language I think many coaches have. And just how freaking lucky are we that we get to do that? And you were quickly able to get into a way better state, and our day has gone so much better, probably because of that one shift. So I just wanted to add, like, how freaking lucky are we that we get to do that?
I appreciate that. And that comes back to, I am not shining a spotlight saying I'm perfect. I'm not, but it comes to living your work. You've got to live your work. You've got to live the work. And if you're living the work, you don't have to be perfect. If you're actually living it, when you say it, I say things with so much confidence and conviction and certainty because I live it. I'm not perfect. We make mistakes. But I live it. It is my life. It is why I'm here. It is my purpose. I'm not half in, half out. And a lot of coaches, you don't have to be massively successful to even be a success coach. That's not what I'm getting at. You can possess the skills to help someone, but if you're not living the work, you're going to be on a call and make a small eye wink when you're making a sale or when you're presenting the sale, or you're going to move your shoulder a little bit, and the person's going to be like, something's off. I'm going to have to think about it. And it's going to be coming out or up some way to sabotage your stuff in some way. That's just true. So I want to cover 5 minutes, money mindset, because that's all it's going to take, and then we'll move into strategies and tactical stuff. Is that fair? Are you following me? Has any of this resonated with at all? And maybe, can you do me a massive favor? This is my one ask. I'm not asking for anything else other than if something resonates, can you drop a fire emoji or like a bomb? And it'll just be a quick cue for me that we're on the right track. And if I don't see them coming up, if I don't see any fires or bombs coming up, I'll shift direction and move into a different topic. But if this mentality, this mental stuff is resonating at all, then I'll tap into it for a few minutes.
Totally.
And then we'll move on. So I'm going to give this a minute to breathe for a second.
Oh, God. Oh, God. He's so weird, guys. No, this is all great. This is great. This is great.
I want one of those. I was looking at Amazon, but one of those dinosaur suits, like the blow-up T-Rex
yeah.
suits.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to do some videos of attacking people in a T-Rex suit. It's going to be awesome. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So first thing I want to chat about is this whole idea of the money mindset. And I was literally just teaching this. Actually, you can see it on my whiteboard behind here. So it's fairly fresh. We can work on all of the internal. I see a lot of this, so I'm not going to repeat a lot of the internal stuff because this is the easy stuff, man. This is the easy stuff. Feeling like I'm worth it. I am worthy of what's to come. Fairly easy to say, right? Fairly easy to write. Even fairly easy to repeat. Creating incantate. All of that is fairly simple to do. It's half the equation. I'll keep going here. Writing out a reason why you want to make the money. Powerful, because it can get you out of the equation, and all those feelings of guilt you can sort of push away. Because if it's just about you, maybe feeling guilty about it, depending on your level of self-worth. If you're making $1 million a day and all you do is just take care of you and eat huge, maybe eventually that'll come out in some way. But if it's bigger than you, sure, it's fairly easy to overcome this idea of, well, I don't know, like if your why is powerful and you're serving a ton, awesome, cool. So all of this stuff, even working on all of that stuff is fairly simple. This is where the rubber hits the road. If I'm working with any coach who preaches, this is where living the work is important, preaches that they, one script, I'll add one more thing. One script is every time you spend money, and this is fairly easy to do as well, every time you spend money, you pay a contractor, you pay an employee, you pay yourself, you buy something. I bought a motorcycle a few days ago, gave the guy cash, and I was so happy. He's moving into a new house, bought a new house with he's got a kid and a wife, and he was so excited because he's like, oh, this will be the final piece of the down payment. I was so excited to make sure that he got this. I didn't even work with him on the price because the price started coming up, and I'm just like, you know what, it's worth it. I'm happy to give it to you, happy to give you full price. Could I have got it maybe $1,000 cheaper? Maybe. Wasn't interested in it. I was excited to pay this guy, so excited. And when I was releasing the money, to say there's more where that came from. I learned this from multiple coaches, just to say every time, get used to it. There's more where that came from. That's still fairly easy. Like most people can get it even into the rhythm of, hey, there's more where that came from. A lot of law of attraction or money mindset coaches will teach this. Just say to yourself, there's more where that came from. There's an abundance of it. Awesome. This is where the rubber hits the road, is when you're actually in scarcity, which we all will face. This is where the rubber hits the road. And if I have a client who is facing scarcity, but they're like, I ask them, do you believe there's more where that came from? They're like, I fully believe it. I fully believe it. I'm like, great. Go give someone money right now. Like, let's get off this call, and in 10 minutes, let's get back on the call. Let's give $100. No, I can't. Come on, anybody has $100 to give. And it's a twofold thing. We can talk about energy and universal laws. You might not get the $100 back right away. A lot of people say, give it out, you'll get it in return. You might not get it back right away. It's not about that. It's about, instead of being closed to everything, opening up. That's it. And so I have noticed if I'm getting in real scarcity, and it happens, sales are down, this is happening, it's easy to get stressed about. I'm not saying I don't, but how can I find a way to get excited? You know what? I'm still going to buy a bike. You know what? I'm still going to do this. You know what? I'm going to go for a walk today, and the person behind me, I don't care how much groceries they have. I don't care, like if I go into the grocery store, like whoever's behind me, I'm going to buy the groceries. But then if you change your mind, like if someone has just like a thing of butter, you're like, oh yeah, I'll buy their groceries. That's sure, $5. Great. But if someone has 3 grocery bags, you know it's going to be $200 or $100. Hey, can I buy your groceries? And they're going to say no. Most people are polite. No, you don't understand how much this means to me, and I'm on a challenge, and I literally cannot accept your no. Please let me do it. It's no judgment on you. I know you can afford this. It's not about that. I need to do it. They're going to eventually say yes, and you do it. Especially if they have a lot of grocery bags. That's where the rubber hits the road.
I've seen you do that, and people's faces are kind of like, but why? And they assume it just shows how much of a ripple effect that has, because now that person is clearly having like a very big response to their way they perceive money, and you see like how it trickles almost everywhere, because their first assumption is, but I can afford it. What's wrong with me?
Or like, what is this a scam, or what do you want from me? That's the first thing you should say.
Ashton Kutcher going to jump out of the woodworks? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's just such a ripple effect. I've seen you do that, and it's a fun thing to watch, and it's so true.
And the first thing, and I'm not saying this to brag, literally this is a selfish action. I used to go on and say this, and I'd get haters being like, oh my god, you're just bragging about the good you do. And I'm like, dude, like there's always going to be some hater who has something to say about it. But if I'm in a restaurant and I just see a couple eating, I'm just like, wow, like that, wow. And I'll, on my way out, I'm like, hey, that couple right there, like, can I credit them or pay or whatever? And I don't need recognition for it. And I'll do it 100 times more than I talk about it. But that has literally changed my life, especially when when things aren't going well. That's where the rubber hits the road. So if you're scarce on time, if you're like, I don't have enough time to do everything, the fastest way out of it, yes, there's some subconscious scripts we can work on. That's the easy shit, dog. That's the easy stuff, though. The hard stuff is, all right, if I say I believe it, now I'm going to get up and I'm actually going to donate my time I feel I don't have for 2 hours on Saturday, and I'm going to donate it, or I'm going to spend it with someone who needs it. Huge. I'm telling you, this is huge. And buying a coffee for someone in a lineup behind you, cool. It's going to feel great. Go bigger. Go bigger, go bigger, go bigger, go way bigger. And prove to your subconscious, all you NLP hypnotherapists who preach this but never have it or are having a hard time. I get it. We're all carrying a cross and we're not perfect. I get that. And I congratulate you and I appreciate you so much. But go and live it. Try living it on a deeper level than you're comfortable with. You might be good with where you're at, but if you really want to blow your practice up, your coaching up, if you really want to start working with clients, if you want to charge the big bucks, step up to the next arena. Like step it up, step it up. Scarcity mentality is just a closed mentality. That's all. Doesn't matter if it's money or time or love or whatever the fuck. It's just a closed. You're in a box. And the second you start breaking out of the box and start giving and having a mentality every morning, waking up, how can I give value? How can I jump on this live and give value? How can I give more money? How can I give money away? I can't wait. Everything changes. Everything changes. You can have everything, yet feel like you have nothing, or you can have nothing, feel like you have everything, and guess who wins in the long game?
Exactly.
Persona numero dos, motherfuckers. All right, cool. So that's me. I hope that helps. It's such a simple concept, but there's no more to it than that. I mean, we can start going into NLP and into scripts and into the subconscious, but I feel like most of that's fairly easy to find online. Listen to the Infinite podcast, RubixPerformance.com. That's what the whole podcast is about. But it's the doing part, the rubber hits the road part. That breaks my heart. But you're a coach. You got to embody this stuff if you're going to have a coaching practice. Diliosa. I'm practicing my Spanish. I'm moving to Mexico in December or January. I'm making that declaration because I have everything set up. But el learno mi española.
Oh my goodness, stop this guy now. So what really is important, I want to really get into like the strategies and the implementation stuff because I love that stuff, but I can't even go there if people just forget everything that you've just said, that we've just said on this. Because it doesn't matter how sexy your sales page is, or if you paid the top photographer for a pro shoot, or if you have a videographer that shot a video, like a video business card or like some sort of branding shoot. None of it matters if you don't actually embody and are aligned with what it is you're teaching, you're leading. You are the example. And so if we forget everything that's really led up to this point in the live, then none of this is going to work. So I think it's fair to start off with that, and then I want to kind of lead us through there's four main areas that you need to have a system behind the scenes of your business. Now, when you start scaling and growing and developing a team, we can add some other ones on there, like team development and all that kind of stuff. I think it's fair to say we can leave that one out for now and just focus on the main four. If that's cool with you guys, Lucas, you good with that?
Yeah, and it's why really the what breaks my heart is so much time is spent creating content, but content is, these simple phrases are so easy to say. Content is not king, yet in their respective or in different perspectives, content can be king. So I don't want to just make these statements that are like content is trash or content is not king, because cash is trash. That's true. Cash is not trash. That's also true. It just depends what context we're looking at. So what I want to get at is social media is not the ultimate answer, and social media content without a system behind it is a fool's errand. It's spinning your wheels in the dirt. And so that's what we really want to talk about. Is a lot of coaches are okay at getting attention, creating content, but it doesn't resonate, doesn't land, and they don't have no system to collect from those leads into actual sales. And that's, we gotta make money, baby. I want all of you making money. If you can't join the Coaches University, I hope you do, and I hope you explore it. Reach out to me if you're open to it. But if you can't, let's find ways to make money now, so you can join programs and you can start getting part of these masterminds and really start expanding really fast. So
totally. So again, there's multiple ways. If you guys have questions on any of these topics, please jump them in, because again, we could talk about so many strategies and tactics and systems and things you can pull into your business to get leads, to get sales, all of that stuff. but there's a specific question I want to jump into it. So I'm just going to kind of start it off by saying that the first system above all else needs to be attention. Something that grabs someone's attention, that jumps out from all the other random stuff scrolling. This doesn't have to be you in a bikini, whether you're a fit pro model or not. Literally, either or. If it doesn't align, doesn't say anything, it's not going to work anyways. Whether you're selling fitness or you're selling, I don't know, something completely off topic. You have to be able to get attention. And you have to be able to get attention in the way that you get attention, in the way that feels good to you. So you're the person that wants to take a YouTube video of you in the cold shower talking about cold showers, then you should do that. If you're not the type of person that doesn't take cold showers or doesn't want to do that, then don't do that either. If you're the type of person that talks about something, or that really believes in one thing over here, I don't want to open a can of worms here, Lucas, but I'm just going to kind of say this. If you think that you believe in, if you really believe that people should be wearing a mask in public right now versus not, and you can tie that to something that's relevant and going to serve your person off of what you really want to talk about, then yeah, that's a great way of getting attention because it has a purpose behind it. We're not just here to, we kind of are here to break shit and make attention and get some noise and put a stake in the ground for what we believe in. That's definitely true. But when you are trying to get attention for the real intention behind the attention to bring people into your business, it has to be aligned with what it is they need from you.
100%. I think people feel like we take this really. I'm all for someone finding their truth and then making sure that they explore that to their max potential. I'm zero judgmental on anything that anyone believes. I have my own beliefs and I'll share them, but I'm zero. I don't care what you believe in. If it serves you, awesome. Dive deeper into it. If it doesn't serve you, explore it. So when it comes to attention, yes, you can find hacks and dress in dinosaur costumes and get attention, but there's a second part to the equation, is understand your audience and what gives them real value. How can you actually deliver value for your people? We usually with clients, we'll create a long content list. You're never out of ideas for relevant content that will add value, but there's also the skill behind it of making sure that you can get attention and hold it in your own unit. Not the way I do it. I'm very high energy, high enthusiasm. I'm really passionate about what I do. I believe in people. I love people. It breaks my heart when I see patterns coming up for people and they just have the same thing coming up for their whole life. It breaks my heart. So I'm very passionate about it. And don't be somebody you're not. Can I just share one thing,
Totally.
Sarah?
Yeah, please.
Right now, like at the height of our growth and success, I have a little bit older Toyota Tacoma. I love it. And I've got dirt bikes. That is my definition of success. Early on, I thought, I was fighting against my natural grain and being like, I need the black dope BMW. I've gotta like, and I have nothing against that. I enjoy a supercar. If you have one, I'll borrow it, I'll drive it, and I'll own it. But
don't give them the keys. Don't give them the keys.
Deep down is like, don't be, you can't be afraid of showing the world who you are. People aren't going to like it. I'm going to tell you that right now. But it will serve your mission and your message. You watching cannot serve everybody. You can't. It's impossible. At best, you can serve a few hundred or a few thousand people, maybe tens of thousands of people. And even if you sell out stages with 20,000 people for your seminars, you're still only serving 20,000 people. That's a very specific, small number of people that you can serve. There is no way that you could serve absolutely everyone. Not everyone is going to resonate with your message. That's okay. It's impossible for everyone to like you. Trust me, it's impossible for everyone to like you. So the more that you can be you and display your scars and your beliefs and your values and be confident enough to show up, you'll have some people who are like, nope, but you'll have way more people. Everything we put out, we sell out. And I'm not saying that to brag. Breakthrough, sold out. One person dropped out right before. It broke my heart because I knew what could happen. And there was a pattern there, but it's okay. Boom, filled right away. So it's not that. And I know that the only reason it happens is we have this, when you tap into your stories and really sharing your truth, you'll never have a problem selling out your coaching. And then there's the other side of it that we'll talk about is making sure that it resonates. Cool. Wait,
usually too.
My mic.
Goodness. Guys, usually too, if someone really resonates with you and you, for some reason, think that Lucas is funny or you like what we say or anything like that, those are the clients too that always get the best results. They don't have to agree with you. They don't have to be you, like be little mini Lucases with beards walking around. But if you get our vibes and you resonate with it, there's a good chance you'll likely get the good results through the thing too. And your people will do the same thing with you. So let's jump over to the comments really quick. Lucas, there's a couple of questions that come up, and if anything kind of fits. Such a creep. Okay, cool. So quick question from Ian. What do you think of NLP hypnosis for business owners as a niche?
Yes. You have to get more niche, but it's great. Huge need.
Yeah.
Huge need.
Yeah, huge need. But a couple layers deeper on that, Ian. We would need to know, to give you better feedback, we need to go, okay, what specifically are you helping those business owners on with NLP and hypnosis? So a little bit deeper on that, Ian.
And making sure that you're giving people what they want, not what they need. A lot of practitioners, especially in that space, just from experience, are so passionate about, rewiring the subconscious and all of this stuff that goes way over the head of most people. And I have one guy, like, he's so passionate about shadow coaching. It's amazing. I mean, we're really talking about the conscious and subconscious mind. There is just a different way to really explore it, but really exploring your shadow self, your dark side, your opposite is the basic idea behind it. But if you're pushing your passion and your narrative out there, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, that's weird, or I don't get that. You'll get some clients, but if you could explore and open it up to something they can connect with, and then present your modality, if that's NLP, if that's hypnotherapy, if that's shadow work, if that's something even simpler like some kind of insanity workouts or some kind of like whatever keto. You could be hyper passionate on keto and be putting it out there, be niche down to helping moms lose weight on keto, or entrepreneurs or creatives get more energy through adopting a keto diet, whatever. But if they don't know what keto is and they're kind of like, oh, that's cool, they're worried about the result, or they want the result, the energy, or the mindset, the clarity. Imagine removing all those blocks so you can be completely fucking unstoppable in your business. You may do that through NLP work, or through shadow work, or through nutrition work. I don't care how you do it, to be honest with you. You sell the result, you give them what you want, what they want, and then you present how you do it. It's as real as I can be with that.
Totally.
God.
Denise. Goodness, this guy. Okay, so Denise is asking a really cool question, and I'm excited to answer this. I heard boomerangs are working right now to get attention, and before Lucas falls asleep or something over there. What's important on this? No, Denise, this is a great question because TikTok, boomerangs, any other fad or anything that comes in, like Periscope was something that was really popular before any of this other stuff came out, as far as like a video streaming kind of thing. And what is really true about this, Denise, and anyone else who's kind of asking the same thing, is it doesn't matter if you're using TikTok or boomerangs or Snapchat or what the platform is. If you can't show up as who you are or share a message in the way that you like sharing a message and showing up, then it's not going to grab attention. So if you want to use some boomerangs, girl, use boomerangs. It's going to work perfectly for you if you enjoy it. And again, if you can make sure that it gets attention, and that second layer after that, which is give value and help them and serve them on a free level.
Yo, and you ready? Every time there's a value bomb, I believe I can do this. You ready? Watch this. With the software. Can you hear that? Can everybody hear that? Hold up.
Yeah. That's better. The DJ part.
Such a cool piece of software. So, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, sell the result. And I think the best way for y'all to we have a bit of a framework of what we're going to be covering. And Sarah, I texted my 2 o'clock and I moved it to 2:20, so I have a little extra time to make sure that we keep delivering. So I've got a little extra time if you do.
I do too. If we can do that. I've been trying to watch the time here too. So just want to make sure we're serving everyone.
We're talking about attention, getting attention, making sure you understand who you're talking to so you can be you, but also make sure that you give the value that they're looking for so they can stay connected with it. Hold up. And then get my finger away from this because I'm going to overdo it and everyone's going to leave.
Yeah.
We'll never have anyone in these lives. I can be really annoying. I know I can. I have that ability. So then leads. This is as simple as it gets with leads. Yes. Give people exactly what they want. Solve a problem. I don't care if you do this through a Google Doc, a landing page, a webinar, a download, an ebook, a video series. I don't care if you do it through a free call. I don't care if you do it through a 3-page document, 10-page document, a 6,000-page document. I don't care if you do it through a 288, whatever. But it doesn't matter what it is. I've seen massive success with lead magnets that are like 3 pages long, but they give your clients or your potential clients exactly what they want, and you can think of it as a little taste. They get to nibble on a little taste, and it blows their minds. They're like, oh, like whoa, that's all you're going for. It gets them in the door. That's it. It doesn't matter how you create it. This is overthought a lot. Hold up.
Oh God.
But
this is overthought a lot. And people are worried about, I'm cutting this guy off because I gotta say this. He hates it when I do this, but he does this to me like almost all the time. So people bask in the moment. If we could play some air horns on our side, I'm sure we would. But what's really important though, Lucas, on this is that so many coaches are worried about what's going to show off the coolest, like a free course or a free this, that's something really showboaty or looks really great. And while it's cool and important and I'm all about that stuff, if it doesn't give them a result and doesn't actually serve them on a massive level, it doesn't matter. What is even deeper than that, though, is if we go back to what we were talking about at the very beginning of this live, where we were talking about if you're embodying it and you're in line with it and you're showing up in a way that actually is true to you, that's got to come back through, even in a free offer. Yeah. Because again, if you're not embodying it and you're not showing up like that and you're not presenting it in a real way that's going to get them results, they can smell it all over.
100%. And Sarah's literally the queen to this, is like when we're coming up with lead magnet or even landing page ideas. For anyone in the you know how much Sarah does this and is like the freaking brainchild behind it. If you're not in the university, shameless plug, and you want to explore it, we work with you until you get paid. And if that interests you and if that like is enticing, check it out. And if you want to have a conversation about it, let us know. But we will help you create it, design it, make sure it gets out there, make sure it gets to the right people, and make sure it's positioned in a way that actually gets attention and actually gets a result. And if it doesn't, we can pivot and shift quickly just to get the leads coming in. 5 leads a day is a great start. Start getting the leads in in any way you can.
For free.
For free. We don't do paid ads anymore until you've worked with a few clients, and then we start running paid ads. And there's many ways to do it.
So let's roll. Sorry.
Wait, no, go ahead. Hold up. So stupid.
That rolls us right into the next system, guys, which is traffic. And the best thing about traffic is that you don't have to pay for it when you're first getting started. So a lot of coaches, especially in the university, are probably so sick and tired of us, Lucas, saying, test the message. But this is the real truth, that probably this guy's making me dizzy. A lot of other people in this space may not be willing to tell you, but you have to test the message. Your lead magnet could be something that we believe is so true to the person, is exactly what they want, and it looks great, and it's presented beautifully, it's all hooked up properly, the software is there, the system is behind it, it's going to work. We put it out there, and it's crickets. It flatlines, and nothing happens. We've got to test the message. So this is where getting on your toes, staying on your toes, moving as quickly as possible, and putting out the same message, but maybe at different angles to try and penetrate different thoughts, different pain points, different types of situations that your perfect person is in. We need to test the message. So when your lead magnet is ready, let's get it there as fast as possible. How many times do we have clients, and this is not, again, calling them out or making anyone feel bad, because we're both guilty of this, even now, not even before.
You speak for yourself, dude, don't be speaking for me here.
I'm speaking for this guy. We sometimes too can sit on something even just a minute or two late, and we move fast. So if you're sitting on a lead magnet that's ready to go, and it's been ready for a day or a weekend or a week, stop waiting and start moving and start testing it out and change it in a million different ways.
And just to share one little thing there, if you're procrastinating on something, I used to take a very masculine energy approach to like, I'm procrastinating, fuck it, get out of my way, get it done. And it is not the approach I take anymore. If I feel resistance or procrastinating on something, I stop just for 10 minutes and I explore, why am I seeing this? And sometimes a very masculine approach to like, you know what, I'm going to get it done either way, because in the doing, if you're low on energy, you can use all the tactics to try and figure it out and like, I'm so low energy. Or you can put your shoulders back, you can start speaking at a faster pace, moving your hands, go do some jumping steps, go for a walk, and I guarantee you 98% of the time you're going to be like, yo, I feel energy. I just tricked my mind. My mind is like, why are you doing this? I thought I am, declaration, tired. But I must not be. If you're moving like this, maybe I'm not. Oh, you know what? I feel energy. And all of a sudden you feel energy. So I'm massive on the taking action. But if something keeps coming up, it's worth taking a step back. Only you know the answer. And I would invite you to lean into your opposite. So if you're the kind of person who always, procrastination, I better explore this. And you're always exploring, so nothing's getting done, get it done. But if you're always at 100 miles an hour, and you're burning yourself out and killing yourself, guilty, take the time. So you know your opposite, play within that, because within the realm of duality, within the realm of left, right, up, down, black, white, good, bad, near, far, within the realm between that lies the beauty that is energy and creativity and all this other stuff that you can do. And it's such a fascinating topic for me. Again,
totally.
We could talk about it. You gotta live it. You gotta live it. Wait.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, great question. Great question came in from Becky, who's asking, where do you post lead magnets to get people to see them? Paid ads, ? So, Becky, we aren't going to pay for any ads behind any free lead magnets or lead generating offers until it's proven. So what we mean by that is that you're going to put it out to the personal assets you already have. So this could be your personal Facebook page. There's hundreds of people on your personal Facebook page. Yeah, maybe it's your uncle, your weird uncle, your cousin, your aunt, your mom, your best friend, your school teachers. Cool. They might not be your perfect person, but at least they may pass that on to someone who they know that they believe to be the perfect person. So think about this ripple effect. Here you are, and you're putting a ripple out into your network. And now if they know someone, maybe their daughter, their friend, their coworker that could be perfect for it, they pass it on, and there's another ripple. So don't ever underestimate the power of your personal network. Becky, if you got a lead magnet, let's put it out to your personal Facebook friends today. Like, let's not stall on this. Let's put it out today.
And then let's find other people's audiences and talk with them first. That you're like, hey, I've got something that would serve your audience, and make sure there's a win-win. There are podcasts with millions of listeners. Sarah, is it that hard to get on a podcast?
It's not.
Is it that hard to connect with a high-profile guest?
No way.
Is it that hard to connect with people at the top of the industry?
No, it's not.
Correct.
It's actually not.
It's just,
I remember Lucas emailing Elena Cardone over a year ago, and I for some reason was starting to feel a little bit of like a, oh my God, do I hit send? This is the same email we sent many other guests to get on the show, and for some reason, we've been emailing their team for over a year now, and totally gone. So if you've got it, put it out in your personal network. There's many other options to do organic or free traffic before you go paid. But until people are saying, yes, I want it, and they're proving your offer is something that they want, we're not touching $1 on ads. Ding. Cool.
Any more good questions in there? Because I want to chat about one thing here when it comes to sales.
Yep,
I just want to start the conversation.
Yeah, I think that was it. Just started scrolling through. Alex has got some more traction on his personal account. Personal or Facebook page. Use your personal page.
Or both.
Or use both. But
get her done. Alright, get her done.
Alex, use both, but you can make your personal page like a business page for sure.
Yeah.
Becky's saying thanks. Great. Okay, let's roll into the
sales
part.
I was on ClickFunnels Radio today, and he asked, sales. And they were like, okay, yeah, how do you train coaches to sell?
Mm-hmm.
I believe, no disrespect to ClickFunnels, that ClickFunnels generally sells products at scale. Selling a product, opinion, is much different than selling a service. Why? Especially coaching. I'm not talking about roofing or pipe fitting or plumbing. I'm talking about a relationship that's deep as fuck, that there is trust built, that they trust you to facilitate change, transformation, open up, all the fun stuff. Because the outcome is a relationship that goes deeper than plumbing, drywalling, a product, a smoothie, it's a health product. I don't believe there's a need for sales at all, as in tactics or any trickery or any manipulation. Here's why. If your marketing can educate people, you'll notice that before you buy or interested in working with us at any level, you get fully educated on what it is we do. I don't want to get on a call with anyone if they're not educated, because then I have to sell. And I am not interested in selling. I want you to say, whoa, like, I love the company, I love what they stand for, I love the product, I love everything I've seen so far, I understand the price point, and I just have a few questions, and so I'd love to chat. Now I don't need to sell. It's console. It's information-based selling. It's, hey, you know everything, you're already sold, the marketing should sell for you. Now you're like, what's up? What can I help with? And will everyone buy from you? No. Is there some basic sales stuff, like actually making the offer and asking, would you like to work with us? And there's some basics, sure, yes. But if you have to sell to your blue in the face, or use manipulation, or use, even in the NLP space, it's a big space for sales people. And yeah, there's industries where that's important. Like, you use that, but in coaching, I really believe that if your marketing is bomb and it educates and explains, like, next actionable step for everybody, create a 10-minute presentation, just chat with someone, a video, where you explain what it is you do, how you do it, what they can expect, and every question they may have, and then send it to them before the call. When they book a call, or when they're interested in booking a call, they get fully educated, what to expect, fill out a questionnaire, all that fun stuff, so they're prepared. If I have someone who wants to book a call, I'll always say, hey, just fill out this questionnaire, because I'm not interested in selling you. I have too much pride and love for what I do than have to sell you on something, and I respect my time way too much to deal with bullshit and try to convince you to buy something. You either really like it and you have some questions, happy to dive into it. I want to make sure that you feel great about it. But if it's just kicking the tires, I'm not interested in selling you at all, because you're going to be a difficult ass client. You've got to be sold. You've got to already believe it. So I'm huge on that in the coaching space. If you find yourself always selling and convincing, your marketing is failing miserably. With love. And if we can fix our marketing and the process and the journey people go through, dude, just the sales becomes like this.
But honestly, it's true. You just ruined that, like, really good moment with a stupid air horn. But
Hey,
it's
what's
so
this?
true. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, hold up.
So guys, like, everything from the attention that you're grabbing in your unique way, that you believe, that you're aligned with, everything from that is a system that moves someone through into you can call them a lead that turns into a prospect, any of that marketing terms, it doesn't matter. We're taking the attention and building the relationship. The relationship is where they are, yes, they know who you are now, they like you, they think you're kind of cool, maybe, I don't know what Lucas is doing right now.
Or they don't like you, which is what I want. I hope you like me now, because now that's settled. It's settled. I don't have to pretend to be someone to get you to like me, so then when we start working with you, I don't like, dude, you don't like me. Like, with all due respect, fuck off. Like, and I say that with love, but you have to be okay owning that and showing yourself that, because you will save yourself a ton of trouble. You can't serve everyone, and you've got to protect your energy, and so I'm really big on that. And the hardest part about it is, as coaches, I love every single person I meet. My heart bleeds, and I want to help everybody. But as long as I stayed stuck in that, in the early days, it was torture. And until I said, yo, I'm worth and protecting my energy and finding my tribe and my people that really believe in themselves and want to see more and want to see better, and aren't afraid of exploring the dark side. A lot of people are afraid. They want to stay light and fluffy and explore this stuff. I'm all for spirituality and intentions and all that stuff. I love that. I do it every day. But you've got to explore the opposite, which is what most people avoid, which breaks my heart, because that's where the juice lies for so many people. So, and if someone doesn't like that approach, it's fine. Stick around, and if you actually don't like me, you don't like my beard, you don't like the way I speak, you don't like the way I write, respectfully, let's part ways. It's cool. It's all right. There's other people who you wouldn't like.
That's the incubator that you're creating. You're not creating this like false sense of here's Lucas with his face cleanly shaved and wearing a tie. Like, you're creating an incubator, a tribe around what you believe, what you stand for, what you want to serve, what the messages that they need to hear, they want to hear. That's the relationship. Once you have that system, the last system, which we can get into the sales part and the sales call when you on the call, that's easy because again they're already sold. Now we can go into other systems about retention and how to keep clients and how to sell them multiple times and how to get into scaling, stuff like that. None of that matters again if we don't focus on getting attention that actually matters, that's actually you. I use this example. Lucas says I live in Toronto, which I don't live in Toronto, guys. I live in Ottawa, which is
to me, totally Toronto, Ottawa, New York, it's all the same.
Which is so sad for us Canadians. I live in the capital of Canada. I can see the Parliament Hill.
Capital, Parliament, they don't make any change.
There's this funny thing. I grew up in a small town outside of Toronto. So if you're from Toronto, what's up? Go Raptors! Great. So
is there a boo? No,
okay, got it. Okay, so listen up. So in Toronto, there's this, I always use this example of this guy who buys secondhand jewelry. His name is Harold the Jewelry Buyer. And he's got this, it was a mullet, but he's got nothing on the top, so it's just party in the back. He's got all these gems on, his chest is out, and he's like, I buy your jewelry.
My kind of guy, I like him.
And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, I'll give you a second or third mortgage." And if you know his shop, it's on a pretty popular corner in Toronto. It's got bars on it, and it's super divey, and it's just the example of these marketing plugs or marketing ploys, or like you have to say this to sell. That's what Harold the Jewelry Buyer is. So you don't have to be like Harold. You don't have to have gold and your chest out and all this stuff, saying stuff that you think people will pay you money was because you said this catchphrase. Drop that bullshit. It doesn't work. It sounds awkward as hell, especially when people get to know you afterwards. They're like, oh, like it feels awkward. It doesn't make a good connection.
Right,
so
where
don't
Sarah
be her.
buys her jewelry.
Don't
buy a good deal.
Yeah. That's where all my mortgages are from for all my properties, 100%.
I like this guy, man. I mean, if that's authentically him, but yes, if he's using slimy things and always adapting just to sell, I get it. But dude, I do business with a guy with his chest out and rings all over his fingers. But if he was slimy, then obviously I wouldn't. But that's cool.
Exactly. So just speak your truth, get your tribe, focus on that. The rest of it really does just happen. And I'm not just saying that with some woo-woo manifestation. It happened without any effort. I believe in that to some degree. But again, it doesn't just happen. It happens because you focus on what really matters. That's the beginning or the top of the funnel stuff we want to get into that stuff.
This is what I will say to someone who is very focused on, just the belief in the mental piece, which is the foundational piece. I will ask this simple question: do you fully believe in what it is you're doing? Because that's the first step of manifesting anything. Do you fully believe in what it is you're doing? And if they say yes, I'm like, awesome. Are you lying? No, I fully believe it. Great. And then I look at their calendar and I say, you said you do all this stuff, and like you're not taking the actions consistent with that belief. So you're lying to yourself. Who cares about me? I'm just some dude. Like, it doesn't matter what I think of you. It's zero of importance. It doesn't matter what I think of you. What you think about yourself is all that matters. And if we keep lying, that's why I just don't like, I don't resonate and I don't preach what most are preaching. And they preach it because it sells. Hey, believe it, manifest it. Money mindset. Let me work you through a workshop of value and we'll go shopping in expensive places so you can feel abundant. That's only the start. But if you go home and your actions aren't consistent with what you say you believe, we have a disconnect and we need to work on that. And until that happens, so most coaches say they want to be coaches. Awesome. Then it comes time to invest in something, whether it's my program or someone else's, they back out. You don't want it bad enough. They say, I really want clients. And then they actually start getting sales call opportunities. And for whatever reason, they sabotage them. The sales opportunities, obviously, you don't want it. There's things in play. You don't actually believe it. You don't actually want it. You know, some people will collect money because they worked through something, but then they make stupid decisions with it. It's why lottery winners end up worse than they were. So, of course, I'm all about the subconscious and training it and believing it. But then the moment of truth, and I just will always test clients, the moment of truth. Today, in Breakthrough, 9 individuals are being massively tested until Monday to see if what they actually said they want, they have a big challenge, will they follow through with it and will they actually do it? Because it's the doing part that is so beautiful to me. And the two together, Becky, Alex, Elsie, Lewis, or who else in the house? That's the beautiful piece. And I know everyone's doing the work on it, but doing it alone, and I'm not pitching here, is very difficult. Get in an environment, get in a group that supports it, get in an environment that challenges you to do that, and you're set. I wouldn't be in the coaching space if I didn't fully believe and love and adore coaching. It's why we sell what we sell. It's why we built what we built. It's why the empire continues to expand. It's why our mission is so powerful. It's why I believe in most people. If you'd like to be a part of it, if you'd like to get the help that you need, if you'd like to even explore what it is we do, reach out in my messenger or just in this live, leave coaching or leave help or whatever you want to do to get my attention, and we'll just send you some stuff. We have some really cool stuff happening over the next few weeks, from the business classifieds. We got so much stuff coming, but it's on you to either take us up on that opportunity or decline. We sell out either way. I'm not here to sell or push you, but I know there will be tremendous value. Seeing is believing, and being able to actually get an environment where people are doing $50K a month or more and see how that works real time. Wham, bam, thank you, man. It becomes real, and you can speed things up so much faster. Shamelessly plugging there, but I feel no shame in plugging something that I know can change your life.
Yeah, no shame in that at all, guys. There's so much noise out there. There's so much smoke and mirrors right now with saying, we can make like millions of dollars in 30 seconds, and
it's going to take work. It's going to take work.
It's there, but it's don't forget the stuff that we talked about in the first. If you're just joining us right now and you missed the first 10 minutes, or you just joined the last 10 minutes, haven't watched the full thing, watch this full replay. We are getting off of here. We're not going to be here all night. This is going to be one of Lucas's 3 hours solo lives. But if you didn't watch the very beginning of this, that's really the fundamental message, the fundamental core. And if you don't have that nucleus, that axle, that piece in the center, none of it matters. None of it matters. The strategies, the specific numbers, the metrics, the targets you should be hitting, the ways of going after organic traffic, all of that is there, but none of it actually matters if you don't live it.
And target audience, understanding your client, understanding the message. There are tactics and strategies that are very important. But again, it's always half the equation. So I like to explore both. It's why we launched Rubix Performance and that whole side of the company. It's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know the two together, strategies, tactics. We go through 12 modules in the Coaches University that deal with everything from avatars, business models, pricing strategies, coaching programs, lead magnet, funnels, sales pages, conversations, and then scaling. And then once you're scaling, you can join the Coaches Circle, which is on the next level. If you want to get from 10K onward, Coaches Circle, the one-on-one stuff is amazing. But I launched Rubix Performance and the Infinite Podcast because I'm dropping in once or twice now, just making sure that we're talking about the real shit. The real shit is the most technical way that I can say it. losing all credibility. But the real stuff, the stuff that,
stuff no one else is talking about.
Hold up.
No one else is talking about it. There it is. Guys, there's so much support just waiting on the other side from you, no matter what you need. Do not let yourself down by not asking for help when you need it. I think that's the most simple way we can basically wrap that up.
And if that doesn't drive it home, then coaching channel on YouTube, make sure you tap into that. A lot of our best content coming forward is on the YouTube channel at Lucas Rubix on YouTube. I've got a lot of mindset stuff coming, a lot of belief stuff, a lot of money mindset content coming out. We just did the value ladder,
Yeah, the value ladder. The value ladder is a video on YouTube. Check it out. It's literally mapped out training. I think it's like 16 minutes long, but what just dropped about an hour and a half ago, was a very, 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 very powerful YouTube video that's going to really drive this home and make this weekend. Like, don't make this weekend. It's a long weekend.
Is it a long weekend?
It's a long weekend.
For what?
It's Victoria Day weekend. So anyways, don't worry about it. It's May long weekend. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know what day it is.
No. But don't let it be another weekend where you just let yourself unwind and chill when maybe the first half of this week you didn't not chill.
You know what though, Sarah? I bet you most people in here are actually taking action and actually slamming up the park. But taking action and spinning wheels in the mud is also not the answer. So whatever side of the spectrum you go on, I spent years spinning tires, and I was like, can somebody... Every time I get on the mic, I'm like, what's up? Like, I start feeling like a rapper. I'm like, yo. So don't mind me. I'm actually not a gangsta. Can someone please, help me pick up my race car and put it on the racetrack? Because I've got 300 horsepower in this mofo. And 300 horsepower in the mud doesn't do anything. But 300 horsepower on the pavement... You're off. Everybody in here has the potential to create anything they want. With support, it's infinitely easier. I always tell people there's nothing wrong with you. You have everything you need to make this happen, and I'm never going to tell you that you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough to do it yourself. You are, but it can take a lifetime to get there. My life started moving when I'm like, can you help? Can you help? Can you help? Can you help? I'll pay. Boom. Doesn't matter even if I'm putting it on credit. I'm not saying do that, but I did that. It doesn't matter because I knew without a doubt that I'll get that back tenfold. And now we get to enjoy what I used to make in a year, we'll make in a month. And I'm not saying that to brag because I actually don't give a shit about that anymore. It's a tool to be able to expand and serve and move forward. But there's no way that I'd be here without guidance and coaching along the way, which is why I love coaching, which is why I appreciate every one of you, which is why I love everybody's mission here, which is why I love, even if you don't work with us, if you don't like me, whatever's going on, keep on your path because the world needs you. Hold up. And I mean that. That's genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Keep doing your thing, and if you like help, reach out. If you don't, do your thing. Check out the podcast. Check out all that stuff. Feel free to connect with Sarah. Sarah, you will meet Sarah if you ever do join our tribe and our world. You'll meet Sarah. She's usually fucking everything up. So
I'm usually the one behind the computer, but I'm happy to jump on this.
Remember when the entire website and membership site went down because you updated something, and who had to jump in to fix it?
Do you remember when you launched an ad that was a little bit too aggressive on Facebook ads, and we lost our entire account? And guess who got our ad account back?
That's true. But I get that.
Are we flexing? I think we're flexing here.
I just lost.
We're flexing.
I'll shut up. I lost.
No, it's true. It's true. A combined effort behind the scenes. So much love to Lucas for being the guy in the front lines that you're throwing tomatoes at. If you ever throw tomatoes, they're going at his face, not mine. But
sometimes it sucks, man. When you really want to help people and you get an email being like, "You are an idiot and I hope you die." I'm just like, man, when's Sarah gonna start getting some of this? We gotta start putting you out here so people are like, look at your stupid glasses. You're such an idiot.
My stupid glasses.
I love your glasses, but people will say shit, man. People project.
Yeah,
I feel like, and that comes for everybody in here. Put yourself out there. You will get. You're fat. You're ugly. Like, people will just project stuff. We've had clients who almost gave up because they got racial slurs against them. Totally not okay. Totally not okay. It's gonna happen.
No.
I don't agree with it. It's gonna happen. There's somebody out there on the internet who will call you something that should never even be mentioned. They're going to call you that publicly, and you're going to have to say, well, you're going to have your own script around it, but until you learn to say it's their problem, not mine, and I'm going to live my best life and move on, your coaching practice will suffer. So,
Totally.
Hold up. I'm going to try every one
There
of
it
these.
is. Good God.
All right, cool. Hopefully this served.
All right,
Hopefully
guys.
this served.
You got it, you guys. I appreciate every single one of you that's watching this real time, and for those of you that are watching this replay afterwards, again, pumped to be on the camera today.
Yo, hold up. Do we got anything coming up, Sarah? Any announcements? Any training? I think we have a Zoom training. That's still a while away, but we're going to get a lot of random people. Whoever wants to be in a Zoom room with us, we're going to be breaking down a $70,000 a month business model, real time, something that actually works. We're going to be breaking it down. I don't know when that's coming out, but it'll be coming out shortly. If you'd like that, could you just leave, what could we call it? I kind of want to call it like the Zoom boom or something.
Zoom boom.
Yeah, you got to leave like boom or Zoom. I'll understand. Zoom or boom. And I'll make sure we come back to this and send you links for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be bumping.
Yes.
And we got the business classifieds.
Yeah, business classifieds are coming up. That was just for business coaches, but I think with feedback is that people that are coaching in other spaces want it too. So if you're interested in business classifieds, actually seeing our bank account, like the back happens. End.
A lot of people aren't willing to share this because there are $1 million business owners who their profit margins are tiny. I'm talking tiny. So they don't share it. It's easy to say, yo, we do $1 million in sales. But what's actually going on behind the scenes, and that's what we're going to be showing in the business classifieds over 4 weeks. It was going to be open just to business coaches, but so many coaches were like, no, I'd love to be a part of it, but I don't have a business coaching, and it's actually applicable to any coach, so that's been changed. And if you'd like to spend 4 weeks in June and seeing real time what actually happens behind the scenes, seeing the entire model, the prices, the products, the funnels, the structure, the emails, the traffic, and everything, so you can download it and make it real. Like, whoa, this actually exists. It's the exact thing that I wish I would have had early on. And later on, I paid a ton of money, had to fly far just to see someone's model. And it changed my world. I was like, yo, that's my model now. And I adapted it. Yes. And so I'm doing it for, well, you don't have to fly anywhere and you don't have to pay 10 grand for it. It's pretty sweet. So if you're interested in that, just leave classifieds. And check your messenger if you did already, because I would have sent you a link to it. We'll probably open it for 10 people. I think over 100 people requested it. So if you like it, I know it's still a week or two away. If you like it, just reach out, ask me questions about it, and let's get you in there because it'll be mind-blowing. We're going to create some six-figure earners from the classifieds because it's going to make it real. It's going to make it real.
Would you guys rather make 100? Lucas, would you rather make? You hit the wrong button. That's hilarious. So would you rather make, Lucas, like $80K in June? We're going to make 80,000, but we're going to spend 65,000 to make it.
That used to be my mentality. I was like, yo, I just want to pull a 10.
Right?
Every time you make more, so if you make 100 grand a month, but the complexity is high and it's easy to make 100 grand a month. And I'm not bragging here, but like if you want to spend 90, you can make 100. But you're making 10 and all of it's going to be disappearing to stuff.
Versus like making 70
or 50 even, but keeping
or 50
30 of
and spending our operation overhead is like now I'm running off of memory.
We don't
like
run ads. 18, and if that's payroll and contractor stuff. And if we run ads, it'll be more than that. But
like, what a gap. That's the point. And there's all the details and breakdowns on that is inside the business classified.
This question was asked of me from someone as I was so hungry to make like 100 grand or something a month. And they're like, why are you spending so much to make it? And I'm like, well, I want to make 100 grand a month. And they were like, yo, slow down. It's all about profits and increasing your profit margin, because with every extra 25 grand a month, complexity tenfolds. And so the game is not to make $1 million or even $25,000 a month if you only keep it 5 of it. You've got to have the systems and the right things in place to help you keep as much of the profit as you possibly can. And he blew my mind of like, yo, let's clean up the 50K a month mark, but make sure that you're running at like 75% profit margins. And then if we keep growing, because most businesses, the more they sell, the more it costs to make, and they stay in a never ending. They never increase. And that one thing, he was a guy who was a chief operating officer for many big influencers over his time. Now he has an organization who he can hire a COO. And I just jumped on, he blew my mind. It changed everything. And so I'm just relaying that to you guys. It's profits, not sales. Profits are what's the only thing that's important. Now, sales can build momentum and bring lifeblood into the business. And there's times where sales can be really important. But I'd rather make 20 grand a month and keep 75% of it than make 100 grand a month, have tons of stress, complexity, and keep the same 50 grand or something. It's ridiculous, and it's a pattern I fell into because we're trying to get the accolade of. So that's what the business classifieds is all about, showing real profits, real margins, real funnels. So if you'd like that, let me know. It is a paid program, but if you're interested in it and want to buck up and really see it, it's going to pay 100-fold for you down the road. So that's what I got. I got a call and a guy to meet right now. But I appreciate you, Sarah. We should do this more often. We should have you on these lives once a week.
We should do this.
Could we get a yes or a no? This is the moment of truth where Sarah gets judged. Yes to having Sarah.
Tomatoes. If it's a no, please use tomato emojis, because that would just make Lucas feel really great. So if it's a no, include some tomato emojis.
Yes to having Sarah show up, or some kind of emoji to have Sarah show up and give me backup to keep me straight and not going off on tangents. Or no. Yes. Tomato, potato. Awesome. Yes.
Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys for listening live and for watching this later. And we'll chat with y'all soon.
Appreciate y'all. Peace. Love Sarah. Yes. I guess you gotta go. There's a joke. I gotta wake up and listen to voice notes from Sarah every freaking day. You know how laborious that is.
And listen to podcasts and write the podcasts and listen to Lucas and see his face all day. We're so lucky. We're so lucky to do this for you guys. So again, thanks for being here.
Pumped. Peace out.